Hey guys, I'm Will from Tested.
And I'm Norm from Tested.
Norm, we just saw the new Nvidia Shield tablet.
Yeah, so Nvidia launched this thing, which was the first Shield. It was kind of a weird device. It was an all-in-one Android unit, launching off course, powered by their Tegra processor, and it played Android games, but the cool thing was that it could stream PC games.
And we tested it, I guess, last year at this point. I wasn't super impressed with it at the beginning, but as I've upgraded my wireless infrastructure at home and the software's gotten better, it's actually pretty good now. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks to play such games as Spelunky and Stanley Parable and Borderlands 2 and Titanfall, and it actually works for all of those. The latency is down to the point with a good 2x2 5.4 gigahertz router that I can actually play competitive shooters and be okay.
But that's the primary use case, to play games. This is not a great Android device like a phone or a tablet. So the new one is an actual tablet. Nvidia isn't taking this away. This is now called the Shield Portable, but they're launching something called the Shield Tablet, which is an 8-inch tablet, 1080p screen, and it plays all the Android games. It's an Android device.
It has 2 speakers on the front for sound. It's an Android device that also has all the stuff that was in here that let you stream games. And as additionally, they've introduced a controller. So it's a standalone Wi-Fi direct, normal console style, same button layout controller that you can connect to this, connect to the tablet, and use to play games.
Yeah, it looks like
PC games.
The controller, we did a comparison between the original Shield controller and the new Shield controller, and a lot of the deficiencies of the old controller were because they had to make this clamshell design, and now it looks and feels more like an Xbox controller.
The thing I noticed immediately was that you don't have this kind of recessed thumbsticks. The thumbsticks felt a little bit tighter. The throw felt about the same. I didn't do side-by-side comparison, and the D-pad felt measurably better.
And the triggers were also a little redesigned to be better. Now the controller is optional with the new Shield because what they're selling really is this tablet, and it's a tablet. So it's for people who are choosing whether they're going to buy Nexus 7, which is $230, or the new Shield tablet, which is $300. For $70 more, you get something that's not last year or a year and a half ago's processor, Tegra K1, which is going to run all your OpenGL.
So the neat thing about the Tegra K1 is that it actually supports a lot of the same APIs as high-end PC graphics cards, which makes porting games to Android much easier to run on these devices.
When they're running middleware like Unity or Unreal Engine 4, which is something we saw. It looked fantastic, like better than Xbox 360 running on a very low power, maybe running at 720p upscaled, but still looked fantastic.
The scalers are pretty good. It looked good. There was a little bit of control lag I noticed when we were actually driving around in there, but much better than I would have expected for a low-powered tablet.
Now there's also a stylus. It is a dumb capacitive stylus, but they say they can mimic pressure sensitivity because the stylus, the tip actually is angled, so it's one of those angle tricks.
And it has a mushy tip too, it felt like.
A mushy tip, and they're launching some apps that will actually incorporate GPU processing in your art apps. I think these are just tech demos. I don't know if anyone's actually going to use that.
But it ships with Evernote. When you pull the stylus out of the slot on the back of the tablet, you can actually set it to just launch directly into Evernote, which, I mean, that seems kind of interesting to me. I don't know if I'll actually use it. They've also added handwriting recognition to the default Android keyboard. So if you want, you can switch between normal thumb typing and handwriting recognition, which I don't think I'm ever going to use.
It reminds me back of the old Pocket PC days, where you're writing a special cursive. No, you're going to type, plug it in, or you're going to draw in a note app.
The neat thing about this, though, is it has an HDMI out port. It has a USB host, so you can actually plug it into your TV with the HDMI port and use it kind of as a set-top box. It's a little bit expensive for that, I thought, but it gives another option. And when it's in set-top box mode, you can stream. You can stream your stuff to Twitch. You can stream games from your PC. You can stream games from your PC and then stream that to Twitch with an overlay of your face on it and all sorts of silly stuff. So,
and it'll also play Netflix in 1080p. It's one of the few devices Nvidia says that meets all the requirements of Netflix to stream 1080p down onto the device. But this is really for games.
I mean, I like the idea of tablet first and then games. Like $70 extra for the ability to stream games from my PC to my Android tablet seems actually more compelling than just, hey, here's this weird thing that costs $300 or $200 or whatever it costs.
And Nvidia said, while there are a lot more Android games out now than last year, and there'll be 11 exclusive games like War Thunder, which will let you do cross-platform gaming across the tablet and a PS3 and Linux and PC. It really is for streaming in-home games, like what the Steam box would do.
Or across the internet. I mean, you can stream across the internet. The experience I've had with that on this device, at least, is a little underwhelming. But we'll see how it works with the new tablet.
Yeah. So the pre-orders numbers go up now. They're being released basically next week on July 29th. The Wi-Fi model plus 16 gigs is $300. You pay $100 more, you get 32 gigs, and LTE, it will be GSM. They haven't announced carriers yet.
It has a micro SD slot, so you can add, it seems like it's XC or whatever the one that goes above 32 gigs is. So they showed a picture of a 128 gig card. It's unclear what you can put on that 128 gig card. That's up to app developers. I see buying the 16 gig one and using the card for media and playing most of my games on the PC, frankly.
Right. This is for someone who's maybe considering building a Steam box and then also buying a Nexus 7. If you're in that market, then this is something that can fill both those niches.
So the circles have to overlap.
Yeah, Venn diagrams on the way.
There you go. So that's the Nvidia Shield tablet plus the controller. I think it's an improvement. They're not going to update this guy right now. They're not talking about a set-top box that doesn't have a tablet attached. I would assume that both of those things are in the future. So anyway, that's it. We'll see you guys
We'll be getting
next
one
time.
of those to review in the future. Bye.